Hello, everybody. This is Rawstarr. I'm sitting beside CW, and you are currently listening to The Misfit Effect.
Hell, motherfucking yeah!
Today we are bringing you something somewhat different than what we usually talk about. We're going to talk about the state of anime, basically. Talk about what's coming out, things like that, and a breakdown of everything. So CW is going to give you an example of certain animes. So.
Well,
genres.
It's not genres exactly. It's more demographics. Anime is like more broken up. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to be like, wait, but no, blah, blah, blah. But it's more broken up in demographics. So, meaning like age groups. So those can all fit in the kind of thing. So the ones most people are familiar with are shonen anime. So that's your Dragon Ball Z, your One Piece, things like that. And that's usually actually geared towards boys under the age 15. So all of our favorite battle anime or something like that, that's for children. And then there's seinen, which is for young men, like between 15 and 20. So that's more of your like Ghost in the Shell, maybe your JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Well, no, maybe not JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but like maybe Akira or Hellsing or Berserk. Then there's the shoujo anime, which is anime geared towards young girls. So like Sailor Moon, Fushigi Yugi, kind of all the stuff that Rawstarr likes. Okay, maybe not exactly the stuff Rawstarr likes. But then, excuse me, my phone's been... There's Josei, which is actually, no, this is what George likes. It's anime geared and manga geared towards adult women. So kind of slice of life, things like that. Like sometimes it has darker subjects, but it's about relationships. And then there's Kodomo Muke, which is geared towards children, like Doraemon and what else? Let me see. They have actually an Anne of Green Gables anime, Hello Kitty, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I will agree. The majority of the stuff that I enjoy to watch is kind of slice of life-ish.
I think you actually like seinen anime because I feel like, well, I don't know. What is harem anime? Because is that geared towards boys or, I mean...
I think harem is kind of a mixture.
Male. I think it's more, or like, would you say reverse harem is like a josei thing, but like also... I guess it'd be interesting to actually look up the like demographics of who really watches some of these. Well, I guess one of the things I've learned about Crunchyroll is that for some reason through some algorithm, they found that like more adult women actually watch a lot more anime than adult men, which I don't think is exactly true. American audience.
I think,
but I think actually there's a lot of female anime fans, but they're not as bad as the guys. The guys like I know a lot of attractive female anime fans that have totally normal lives that are like, I like anime. A lot of the guys emotionally stunted. Don't know how to socially interact. Why is that? There's some girls, too. The girls you see with the cat ears on their regular hat.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking back, like, yeah, you kind of got it right.
Or like, I want to be an anime person. Like, I mean, really, do you?
I mean,
end pretty tragically most of the time. Even when they're nice at it. It's like, oh, that was a good ending. But guess what? My best friend died, but I learned a lesson.
I mean, like, I know, like...
Or sometimes there's good ones that have a little interesting back.
This is I'm not going to say which anime, because this might spoil it for people. But It's this anime that I really enjoy, like really enjoy, and like when the anime goes back into the manga form of it, because it's probably like really close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is like a complete 180, and like all the girls just get like a horrible ending, and the main girl you're rooting for.
What's the name of the anime?
Well, Hagenai, I don't have any friends.
Oh, damn!
That's no,
depressing.
It's about them. A group of they make a group because they don't have any friends. Basically, this is the whole premise. This girl, she was friends with this boy when he was younger, and the thing is, he thought she was a boy because she was a very tomboyish. So he didn't think much of it because he moved away when he was little, and when he moved back, she recognized him, but he didn't recognize her because she was at that time back,
She filled out.
Yeah. And so basically,
as the old people say,
basically
like, she didn't filled out.
Basically, what she wanted to do was make a club just for them two, and so she made it. She made an ad that made it so ambiguous that they were looking for friends, and someone actually recognized it, which is one of the most popular girls. But the thing is, it's like all the dudes like her, but she said she doesn't like them. Like they just want to be with her, but she doesn't have any female friends.
Okay.
So it's all about them.
Oh, so it's like a bunch of people responding to an ad.
Yeah, but
to become friends because they don't have friends.
But they don't want to be friends with each other. They want to go out and be friends with some other people. So they're coming together, having meetings.
Like, we don't want to be.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. And the thing is,
so what? Do they come together and talk about like them trying to make friends with other people?
Yes.
Very Japanese. Like, getting together and counseling. I'm trying to make friends with blah blah blah.
And like the thing is, you got other people come along. You got the girl, the really smart girl that is very sexual, and she says all types of that stuff. Then you have the younger audience girls, whatever. Then like it's a nun, and then someone who wants to be a vampire, and they're always in like cosplay. Anyway, and then you have a girl who wants to be more manly.
So like.
And
yeah,
so, the thing is, the boy, he's feared by because he like, you ever like look at somebody who just has like some scary hair, and it's their natural hair color, but it just looks really weird and like scary-ish. So they're scared of him because
so they're intimidated by it.
Yeah, so they don't. Yeah, so and it's hard for him to make friends because he looks so intimidating.
Does he have like weird like Yakuza hair or something?
Yeah, because it's blonde and brown.
Oh.
Like dark brown and really blonde. You have to look at it, but so yeah, that's the whole thing. And the thing is, at the end, like one of the girls just goes off into like a deep depression.
Shit, kind of strong.
Yeah, like the girl goes into a deep depression, and the other girls, like, they were supposed to be like married, and they don't end up doing that because they were prearranged to get married. It goes down a whole trip, like if you watch it, like the manga does, and it's like whoa. So I forgot what got me into this, but
Check it out. I have no friends, right?
Yeah, Hagenai.
Parentheses, I have no friends.
Yeah.
Look it up. Or look up I have no friends anime or something.
Yeah, actually, like one of my adult star friends, me and her became friends because of this anime.
Wow.
Literally, because she had the one who like wants to be a more manly. She had her. I'm sorry, as her header. And I'm like, is that Yada Yada from Haagen
I gotta say, man, you're very good at making online friends like real friends. Or like meeting even online friends. I'm not, I can't, like, I watch anime. I don't find anybody that likes it too. Like, you don't even watch the same anime I watch. I'm like a hardcore like horror battle anime guy. Also, I like the state of anime. You know one thing I don't like about current anime?
What?
And I understand it from a budget point of view now that I have a client that works in animation. But the use of CG,
I agree.
it destroys some series. Like, you can't even watch it. Like, I love Berserk.
Yeah, it's getting,
but I can't watch it.
Worse.
I'm fine when they like do like the vehicles on the road. That's fine. But like the people, or they do the 3, it's jarring.
Yeah, it's hard to even look at. I was going to say, like, it's interesting too because like when you think about the genres, the genres that made him watch, and then you have the people who watch hentai, and like like when you meet somebody who actually watches it,
I've never met anybody that seriously cops to like watching it. Like, that's my shit. Never. I know people that watch it. I can't get into it like at this point in my life. I probably watched it when I was younger a little bit,
like,
but then it's just kind of
for example, we had Momo Akimoto on here before. Mm-hmm. She went to the hentai con that was in Burbank.
Oh yeah, there was a hentai con.
Yeah, and I've been. I'm going to say someone who I just met a month ago, 2 months ago.
I'm just not into the
at a Twitch event.
No judgments.
But she was playing edited version of a hentai game on Twitch, and she's like in her like people on Twitch use Discord, and she has an entire channel, like a entire tab, just dedicated to hentai stuff, and it's like
some people really like it.
Yeah, it's just like and it, like she recommends it. She just says make sure you don't watch the big no one, which is Boku no Pico, of course, but. You've never heard of Boku no Pico? That is probably.
Yeah, I think I have.
That's probably one of the. Like, I've never seen it. I don't want to watch it because it's so.
And I think my clients have mentioned it, like Boku no Pico. Like, no, I don't know.
It's more so like. First of all, it's underage stuff. Like, it's jarring. I'm not.
Oh, wait. Is that the one with the brother and sister trying to seduce each other?
No, that's something completely different.
Oh, that's another one I heard of. That's not a hentai though.
No, I mean there's some hentai that actually have a good storyline.
This one's about like kids.
Like one's a kid with a teacher.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I mean
that is crazy.
I mean
that is also like crazy.
I don't that's since that's hentai, that's really messed up. But I also have I don't.
Is it a woman and a man? Like what? I mean, not that it matters, but tell me. So when I make a joke about it later,
when you make a joke about
I can be accurate. Is it about a male teacher and a?
I think it's
a female teacher and a male student.
I think so. Let me look it up really quick. But
you gonna really have that in your search history? I don't know if I could even trust that on an incognito mode.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, but Boku no Pico, like, if I just look up the thing, it's a boy with a... Yeah.
What you gotta say it's it all out.
No, I was making sure it's a boy with a boy.
It's a male teacher?
Yeah.
And a male student?
Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah.
You don't really see that in, like, the media. I can't think any case that they really publicized about that. So I can't make a joke about it ever. I mean, it'd be a joke in poor taste. But, like, if it was like a female teacher and a male student, and then another one of those things came out in the news, I could be like, oh, she was on that Boco no Pico shit. But I guess not. Damn, that's fucking weird. Oh, God. You just showed me a little boy in a Speedo, and that's like the cover. What?
So, I mean, there was one that I've seen, because I've seen one before, and it's like they were switching bodies. And like, cause I really like animes that and movies that people like switch bodies. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I like that type of. And it was one where,
Freaky Friday.
it's like what would you do? Like if you were like switching bodies with somebody, and it's like you can have sex with this person in that body, but you're still having sex with that person.
Is it cross-gender?
Yes.
Body switching? I don't know. No, I don't.
Well, I mean, like, but
no. I don't like the.
Well, I mean, like they switch randomly, so you can't really tell. But usually, it was always boy girl.
No, well, yeah,
a boy with a
I'm
girl.
Just saying, like, nah.
So
I don't want to switch bodies with no lady.
The thing is, the dudes who switch bodies with the ladies, they freaking themselves because, like, it's like
maybe I would. I mean,
so
I don't even know if I'm even decent at causing the female orgasm, but I wonder what it's like. I do. Like, is it really that good? Or, like, is it just like us? All indication is not like ours. Oh.
I mean, no, because, like, usually when we do it, like, we get that, and then we're just tired for a few seconds. Or a little while.
I mean, I don't know what it's like for ladies, but sometimes it'd be like, guys don't talk about this, but it'd be like almost like
all your energy
pounding in your ears. Like, like I understand, like, when you really think about it, like when guys make stupid decisions about like hooking up or cheating and stuff like that, and then like they're like, or like, I'm sure girls have witnessed this, like a guy, I might be messing around, and then right after he wants to leave or acts weird because he came to. Lil Wayne has actually a good line about that. He says, "When I come to my senses." So, is it like that for y'all? Like, sometimes I'll be like, "Okay, fuck this guy." Oh, that was a bad idea. But it's like your reproductive organs are like, doo, 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 doo. I don't know. Too bad this is not a call-in show for somebody to call in and be like, yeah.
We would have did this on Twitch. We probably could have.
Maybe, yeah.
Did that.
Maybe you should do that.
We started doing that. It was just us two.
Oh, we can't really do it with like.
I don't want to do it with a guest just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What can we talk about? We can't talk about what can we.
We can talk about anything. What
do you mean? You talking about like the monetary split thing?
I don't want them to say, because we can control what we say. I don't want them to say something.
What can't you say on Twitch?
Basically, somebody was on Twitch, and they said, and I quote, like, if you're feeling depressed, hit me up on Twitter and I'll F you. And they got kicked off. They were on someone else's podcast, someone else's Twitch when they said that.
That's crazy.
They were half serious, but then you think about that person just got arrested too for child abuse and molestation. But yeah,
the person got banned, or the person that said it.
The person who said it got that person channel banned.
Oh, you talking about that one girl?
Yeah. Mercedes girl. So
I wonder how that's all going to come out.
Yeah. So I stopped following it.
Because I do have to say, if television is an indication. Whenever there's a movie with adult actresses, whether they're actually good parents or not, they more have a stigma just as a bad person.
Yeah.
So, hopefully justice is served in the proper way.
I hope so too. But yeah, we can do that when it's just us two, just so we can have more interaction.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But let me go back to what we were talking about. But yeah, I'm not the biggest the biggest hentai fan.
Man, let's talk about. I love battle. I love battle anime. And you know what? I love that. Like, if you watch, like, what? I know you don't really like the anime. I like.
No, I'm listening.
But if you watch, like, not the more adult anime, but like, this sounds crazy. But like, if you watch like Naruto or Hunter x Hunter or.
Is Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, apparently when you say, like, when you look in, like, when they look at the Japanese, like, it always says cross instead of X.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess it's...
No, I always...
I thought it was just Hunter x Hunter at first.
Yeah,
then I was talking with my client, William, who's also taking Japanese. I took it, but, it was before I was really actually into anime.
Yeah.
I'm not even that much... I don't know. It was a weird stage. Anyway... They have these weird, like, moments where they, like, or, like, I'm watching My Hero Academia right now.
I like My Hero.
And like, they have these weird subversive, like, messages, I feel. I mean, maybe I'm just smoking a lot of weed when I'm watching them. But it's like, hey, you can express your individuality with the group. Or, like, hey, you may not be born... with, like, all these talents or advantages. But if you work really hard, you can carve out a great life, or you can become actually the best at whatever. Like, even if you're talented, if you're going to reach your potential, you should work hard. And actually, it's good to have friends. Like,
I see your point, like, and the thing is, like, I do like some fighting animes,
mm-hmm.
and they're filled with
some are just trash. Like,
because I love DBZ, of course. I like My Hero Academia, and a lot of the other ones are the fan service fighting games and stuff like that.
Like, yeah, fighting anime. Yeah, like there's one called, like, I think Killer Bites.
I've never seen that.
It's where people, like, turn into, like, these like hybrid, like there's the main character is like a were badger.
That's random.
But she's just like
I mean, like, cause
like an anime character, female anime character.
Because one anime you judged me on that I was watching, and a lot of people like it because it's popular. But Sekirei.
I don't know that one.
That was the one that they fight and they touch each other right here, and then they.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Sekirei. It's like, if you look on my Twitch, like I have, like, the thing is with Sekirei is the fact that somebody has to kiss the girl to unleash their power, and it's 100 and I want to say 108 of them.
Wait, that's not the one with the mechs where they're, like, bent over doggy style, is it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Because I watched it in 215, so.
Oh.
And
you know I like that one.
So.
You know one I liked that you watched.
Oh, Rawstarr Vampire.
Yeah.
I actually read the manga for that. It gets deep in the manga.
Yeah, I heard it gets crazy.
So.
Pew.
This battle lasts 15 seconds.
So, this battle is lasting too long.
But I actually like that one because it goes with all the tropes. Because you have a vampire, Snow Queen.
Harem?
No. Vampire, Snow Queen, Succubus.
Succubus, yeah.
And I think so, and my favorite one is the Snow Queen. That's that's the girl right there. But yes, I watch a lot of ones that got fan service fighting also. But it's just what you can get into. And one of the ones I really like, season 2 is coming out next month. If One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, we both agree on that one.
Yeah,
it's just funny. One Punch.
So I don't read the manga for it, but I'm really looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to it. There's supposed to be another one called like Dr. Rock or something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I looked the other day and added a whole bunch of animes to my to watch list on or plan to watch list on my anime list, just so I can get an idea of ones I will remember, because I actually look at that list to make sure that like I don't hear of an anime that someone is describing, and I get all hyped about it, and then there's one I've already seen, and I'm like, oh, this is not entertaining. I actually dropped this one. I.e.,
Titan's coming back.
I can't get into Attack on Titan. Like this guy, I can't get into One Piece.
Or
Naruto.
I'm going to. I thought about starting One Piece, just to be like have a focus on the anime and what I'm watching on the day on my entertainment, just so I can.
There's
actually
too many episodes. Too many
It's a lot of episodes. It's a lot.
I think that's why I can't get into it.
It take a long time to get through it.
And that's what like it's the same thing like.
But then like
even Dragon Ball Z.
Like if you end up getting into it, and then you're like, oh shit, I get to enjoy this for like a very long time.
Because when you think about it, like I think like it has what 500, 600 episodes, and so if you just think about it, DBZ by itself,
it might have more than that.
DBZ by itself, just Dragon Ball Z has I want to say 200 or something. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's like going through the DBZ series like 4 times.
But see, I heard that One Piece has weirdly less filler, or it's better quality filler. I heard one that I might start watching before One Piece is Gintama, because I heard that's really.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that one.
I know it doesn't. It's not like even popular in the U.S. It's got like 400 some episodes, but I guess it's like. So I guess the premise is, like, what is it? I think it's Edo era Japan, or like when samurai and stuff. Aliens like invade Earth, so like it's like samurai and aliens live it, and like I guess the main character is like a samurai, but he's like a sheriff, and you can find some videos on Instagram. It's very meta and self-aware kind of, because there's like it's like one of the later seasons. They talk about how anime and manga can like separate, and like sometimes it'll go because the anime is caught up with the manga. Yeah. It'll go all to a different place until it can catch up, and then they'll meet at another point. But sometimes it'll go so different that it'll never come back.
Yeah, that's what.
Different. And it talks all about it, and it's like because that's kind of what has happened on and off with the manga and anime.
I want to say this, and like.
Pretty neat.
There's some instances where I believe that it's good that it does it sometimes, and other ways that I've seen like, oh, y'all just destroyed the entire thing. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but Real Life is a really, really, really good like kind of slice of life ish anime, but like the way the manga ends, and then the way that the anime, because I have to really enjoy the anime for me to want to go back and go read the manga. So, and I've read probably, I want to say 6, 7 mangas. So that tells you like how strict I am with my manga. Mm-hmm. And the way that Real Life ended, and the way that the anime is like, y'all didn't fulfill what we were waiting for, And I kind of got upset about this anime that I was watching yesterday. This anime is called High Score. I think I told you about this before. High Score Girl.
Yeah.
It is a really, really very nostalgic anime. Just basically because it goes through like what I was going through when these games were coming out, like Virtual Fighter, Street Fighter 2. Oh, they're coming out with this thing called the PlayStation. What is this about? And it's like you get excited, and like the way that they talk about in the anime is the same way, you know. However, the way that the series, official series ended, it left on a cliffhanger. Okay, then they brought it back 2 days ago. That's 2 days ago from when this is recorded. The OVA, so it's the continuation to end the anime, like to end it completely, and it basically left us saying what if. So I hate animes that end like that, you know. And I don't know how it ended in the manga. I might look at it, but it's like, give me something. Give me something. If you're going to end in an anime, give me something to end with. I can see if like it's an anime, you know, season 1, season 2, and the manga keeps going, and they don't do a season 3. I can understand that. That's here nor there. But if the manga and the anime both are ended, and you in the anime after the manga has already ended, you can fulfill or give us closure on certain things, you know? Yeah. That's why I like about Sekirei, because like just reading, I'm just watching it, because it let like when it hit that second season, it kind of deterred from the manga a little bit, and then it didn't even fulfill what happened next, you know? So it was like, you know, give me something. So, and I hate that about some animes. So, you just have getting anime because, yeah, I just no, because I like
need closure, man.
And I do hate when certain animes like I understand they can't sell. I mean, they're not going to record what's not selling. However, I hate when some animes just like are so ridiculously good, and you just don't know why it didn't sell enough to make a season 2.
Sometimes people just don't want to make one, or like the studio is over.
I mean, I understand
or they just have to move it and that. But yeah, sometimes you're like, really? You only gonna give us one season? The story isn't even done.
Yeah.
What happened? We gonna get another one?
Yeah, so.
But the funny thing about anime sometimes is like they'll have a show that's like great for a season, and then 5 years later they'll be like, oh, we're redoing it. And it'll be like 3 seasons. Or sometimes it's horrible, sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's just completely different.
They're coming out with, they're rebooting Fruit Basket. And I'm not a fan of that anime at all. Mm-hmm. Like it, but I know a lot of people who enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Have I ever seen Fruit Baskets? No.
Fruit Basket is about this group, this family that lives together. These group of dudes live together, and whenever they get close to they get too close or touch a female, they turn into felines.
I think I heard of that.
So, and that's the premise of the anime. And I watched like 2-3 episodes, and it's not one that I can get into, you know. And I mean, like I don't know how many episodes of people who are listening to this for so long. How many episodes you give an anime before you just give it up? And I usually try to give it sometimes 2 or 3, mainly because like sometimes anime just give too much backstory, and then when it gets into the nitty gritty, it's good.
Hey, you motherfuckers ain't keeping me you're not gonna hype me up till fucking 9th episode on a 10th episode season, or nah. The last 3 episodes be cool. Yeah. I give about 3. So sometimes I multitask and stuff. So if an anime can pull my focus from whatever other thing I'm doing, then it's a winner. But sometimes they're just getting too slow. Like them first, you gotta have something happen in the third episode.
One is very notorious for this, and I've spoken to CW about this one a few times, mainly because when it hit that moment of that anime, like the rest of the season was just great. And it was like, I think it was 12 episodes. And this is another. And I'll speak about this a few times because, like, literally, I was about to drop it. It was like literally back on my anime list, on my drop list. And I needed something to play to the side when I was working. And so I just clicked next on, I think I was watching on Crunchyroll. Click next and just had it play. And it was like I was reading from my peripheral and while it was going, and I saw the death. And I'm like, wait a minute, rewind.
Some shit's happening.
Okay. And I'm like, I can't drop this now. I want to know. Let me watch this. So, and that's what they say about, I don't know if it was One Piece or Bleach. Someone was telling me you have, or no, it's one of those that they say you have to watch, a significant amount before you really, really enjoy it. And I'm like, the thing is, it's like, you got to get my attention. If you can't maintain my attention, it's not gonna be worth my time.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, so, and again, like me and CW, we both watch different types of animes completely because I'm more so into the slice of life, the harems, the everyday thing. Like I always tell everybody, if they want an anime to make them want to cry or get emotional, they got to watch Planet Next. And the only thing with that is like a lot of people feel indifferent about Planet because Planet is CLANNED. Planet is really slow paced. It's a good anime, but it's really slow paced, but it goes through the cycle of the main two characters. But that part two would just mess with your heart. Like I've seen people just say that they cried because of part two.
Wow.
Yeah, of that anime. And like last time I looked, that anime was still in the top 25 ranked animes, period. Like it's usually about like at a 9.6 or higher. Huh?
Name it again.
Planet, CLANNED. So I mean, it's really good, but you just got to get through Planet to get to Planet Next to really get that jerker. It just takes your heart and just say, nah, it cradles it and then squeezes it and then throws it on the ground. You're like, now how do you feel? or you got a trainer that works your legs every day during the week, and then look at you and say, now 3 more sets. So.
Oof, I don't like those kind of anime when you just be like, for real? That's how it's going.
The only thing about the anime that I want to say, the only thing that I did not like about the anime is the very, very, very last episode, and I think it's more so of an OVA. So I won't recommend watching the OVA, only because it's like, what if the dude walked away and didn't talk to the girl, and it goes through the other girl that was a love interest or someone who was interested in him.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah, if they would have hooked up. So that's the only thing I didn't like about it because it was like a what if story, Mm-hmm. But because I'm not going to reveal the ending because the thing is you still know what happened to the everybody else that are in the anime, so you know all the rest of the stuff still happened to them, but the male gets a happy ending, sort of, in the movie. Yeah. Okay. Even though I don't want to say too much, but I recommend
check it out.
I recommend. I'm gonna want CW to watch it, but I know. He might not get past Planet.
I mean, if I'll need something. I'm trying to slow up on this pot smoking, so I'll need something to, like, feed my attention and take, to pay, like, basically distract me. So, I'll check it out. I'll put it on my list.
Because I know, for me, CW can vouch for this. For me, it took me a while to, first of all, like, when I got back into watching anime, because it was like a break between, like, 2002 and 2012, maybe, that I just did not want to watch anime anymore because it was like, if it's not Dragon Ball, I don't really care. I mean, I watch cartoons, but it wasn't anime. And, like, I believe the first one that got me back was Rosario and Vampire. No. It was Eden of the East. And then it was Rosario and Vampire, and then Sekirei. Yeah. Because Eden of the East was the one that the dude was, he woke up naked in front of the White House. And then they go through the story that they're all, like, linked together. So it's a really good anime. It's not, top tier, but it's a good 8 out of 10 anime. So that got me back into watching it. And then it took me forever to really want to watch subs, and that's only because, like, when I'm watching anime, as I just said earlier, I'm usually working sometimes, so I can, like, I need to listen to it and, like, have that little distraction while I'm working, so I can do both at the same time. And with subs, you actually gotta, if you don't speak Japanese, you actually gotta pay attention.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like, yeah, so that's why I have a few animes on my to watch list because they're only done in subs. Now, I don't mind watching subs now because, like, I want to say it was kind of because I was pissed off because I really wanted to watch the third season of The World Only God Knows. And it was only in subs at the time.
Sometimes they cancel it and be like, nope, we're not gonna do a dub.
And it was like, oh my god. And
or it's like exclusive to the channel.
Or, like, it's the same thing with in High School Girl, I believe it's only in English. I don't know. I know it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix exclusive. So I don't know if it has both, but I know for oh my god, what's that? The Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins. I watched the first 2 seasons, or like season and a half, or whatever you want to call that. 0.5, those few episodes. I watched that on Netflix, and all of those are in dub. So I watched that in dub, and then when the series came back, the 10 Commandments. That's right, 10 Commandments came back. I had to watch that in sub.
10 Commandments. I've seen that.
This is the real second season.
Oh, you mean 7 Deadly Sins, 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it came back, it was like I had to watch that in sub because it was the only thing that was available,
It's on Netflix now.
Well, yeah, now, but
when it first came,
like,
yeah.
and that's
They
the only
even have
thing.
The movie. On,
I didn't like the movie.
You didn't like the movie?
I couldn't get through the movie.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was.
I really like Escanor, so
Yeah.
Who decided? Who decided? Why would I have any malice towards you, to someone weaker than me? Cruel son.
Yeah, so, and he's just bad with it. So, this episode actually went really fast.
Yeah, it did.
So, really quick, if you want to follow us on social media, you can hit up CW at his personal Instagram. It's just_genetics_Chris. You can hit up his fine business, his excellent workout facility, where he trains people to get stronger, healthier, leaner, and just all around improves their mindset and everything. You can hit up CC Fitness LA. That is on Instagram. That is on Facebook. That is on Twitter. If you want to follow me, it is RAWSTARR on Twitter and on Instagram.
That's Rawstarr.
If you want to follow both of us, it's Burbank Misfits on Twitter, Burbank Misfits on Facebook, The Burbank Misfits on Instagram. You also visit www.burbankmisfits.com or www.ccfitnessla.com.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.
Till next time.